Instagram, the fundamentals. Intro to Instagram. Instagram is a social platform based on a mobile app. It allows its user base the upload of images and videos with multiple effects, such as stickers, preset filters, frames, and then post them as content in the platform or share them across a wide array of social media. Initially, it was intended as a photography network since it was one of the first social networks that had unique filters for photos. This allowed the user to create a well-edited image and give it a professional look without much effort. Anyone could edit without using resources like Photoshop. Instagram is currently one of the leading social media platforms for both consumers and brands because it harbors more than 20 million influencers, which work for the people as entertainers and opinion leaders and for a brand as promoters to generate more sales. To become an influencer within this robust social network, in which there are more than 1,000 million users a month, you have to be very charming to please your followers and always be at the forefront of trends. In the digital world, what you want, the least is to be left behind. Most social networks nowadays work with an algorithm. The purpose of it is to humanize social networks more and more since, according to experts, in the last few years, social networks were becoming generators of social alienation. In the face of such concern, most social networks stuck to an algorithm that consists of showing you what you like, taking you to those things with which you identify yourself and with which you interact the most. The monster called algorithm. In 2018, Instagram introduced many changes to its operation, such as the great algorithm that moved us away from the timeline with which we used to see posts. But despite the adverse reaction, chronological presentation didn't seem to make a comeback, so it was up to each user to adapt and manage themselves under those new rules. Under these conditions, is it possible to adapt and overcome the Instagram algorithm? It's vital to understand that the current algorithm prioritizes highly committed stories and posts. Communication by using different Instagram tools such as stories is something of value to the algorithm. For this reason, resources like Instagram Stories and Instagram TV will continue to evolve, becoming an essential aspect of your marketing strategy on Instagram. From the very first transition of the timeline format, Instagram's feed became a scheme based primarily on interaction with other people's posts. This algorithm includes the number of likes, comments, video views, saves, forwarding, direct messaging, and any other interactions the post receives. When a post gets a lot of likes and comments, the algorithm reads it as a high-quality post, with engaging content, and it's likely that more people will be interested in seeing it. In a report about the new algorithm, Instagram's representatives commented, "The content priority in your feed will depend on whether the algorithm determines the content is interesting for you and on the quality and quantity of interactions with the person who is posting." In other words, Instagram's operation is based on humanization, not looking to be robots, but the opposite. Instagram seeks to get closer to you by providing you with the tools that will allow you to get closer to your followers, get to know them and interact with them. It's up to you to do the job. Getting a business account. The second thing to consider if you want to grow as an Instagram influencer is to take it seriously. How? By converting your Instagram account to a business account or a creator account. It doesn't matter if your account has already been created, you can change it from the Switch to Business Account or Switch to Creator Account option on the Settings tab. Or you can simply create a new account with that option active. The tools are already there and you just have to use them. What is the difference between a business account and a creator account? With both options, you get almost the same tools. However, the business account was created considering that in the last years, numerous brands and companies have joined this social network. This reason leads to the creator accounts, devise thinking in the high number of influencers that make life in this social network and that in turn dedicate a significant part of their time to create valuable content that keeps followers hooked on consumption much longer. Creator accounts have been specially designed for influencers, allowing them to promote a good or service using their image. This option even allows you to label your sponsors, enables the creation of purely commercial content where the brand or company gets advertised 100%. One of the novelties brought about by the creation of the creator account and another notable difference concerning the business account is that the creator account was originally the only one that allowed you to visualize how many people stopped following you. Nowadays, both options will enable you to make it visible. However, both are a powerful Instagram tool that allows you to view your profile statistics. If you want to be successful on this social network, creating a strategy based on these statistics will become your ace in the hole. In both options, as a company at Instagram or as a creator, you can make announcements. This possibility will undoubtedly be your greatest ally. And although Instagram options are free, the ads generate an expense that you must pay monthly to Instagram based on the amount of advertising you do. However, more than an expense, it's an investment that is 100% worthwhile because it allows you to multiply your reach and, by segmenting it in the right way, it will be a formula that will guarantee you to gain followers. Remember that just as companies have a buyer person, an influencer must have a target audience, so the way to make ads must be in conjunction with the brand. For this reason, Instagram, which is continuously evolving, has provided its influencers with a new possibility for working with brands, creating brand content, which means creating ads for influencers. Branded content is an evolving ecosystem. So, Instagram has been concerned with listening to the requests it receives from brands and influencers about the constant creation of branded content. An influencer needs to know all the tools available to work with brands, and this new possibility of creating ads is no exception. With this new functionality, brands will pay for advertising on Instagram done from the influencer's advertising account. This functionality is a breakthrough not only for brands who will be able to control the metrics on the spot, but also for users who will now be able to know if the image they see of an influencer with a casual look is on commission or not. How to configure branded content ads? Step 1. First steps: access permissions, approvals for branded content. The brand must grant the creator permission to label the company and its publication with branded content. How can this be done? 1. The brand must go to its advertiser profile in the Instagram app, select the options wheel above the Edit Profile button and choose Business Settings. 2. If the Request Approvals option is on, the Approved Accounts section will be displayed. If the option is off, you won't have to complete any more steps. 3. You must then select Approved Accounts and add the Instagram user of the creator you are collaborating with. 4. Finally, select Done. When you make a publication with branded content in the Instagram feed and tag the company, you will see the option that says, Allow Trading Partner to promote publication. When selected, it will permit you to promote your branded organic feed posting as an advertisement. Step 2. Campaign Setup. When you create an ad from a branded content publication on Instagram, you can use the goals of reach, brand recognition, video playback, traffic, or interaction. The secret to advertising is to build a well-segmented campaign with an engaging image, a seductive caption, and ending with a call to action that leaves the audience wanting more from you, taking them to your profile where they follow you and get hooked on your content. Create an impactful Instagram bio. Instagram's biography is your business card, especially if being an influencer has become your full-time profession. It is a small box at the top of your profile that you can fill in with 150 characters defining who you are, what you do, and why you should be followed. It should also come with a profile photo where your face is visible so that it is clear who you are. Ideally, you should choose your best photo, preferably with a proper resolution, so that it looks attractive. If you do not have a well-defined biography, you will not attract the attention of the people who target your profile. This can leave other tools utterly useless because you direct the public's attention to your profile but fail to give them a good reason why they should stay. The most important thing is that within your biography, you can add the most essential item that defines you because, in the end, those details will be the ones that make the difference from the others. Remember that what you want is to inspire confidence, and those who go to your profile will follow you and become part of your community. You mustn't forget to leave in your profile the link to your website or a particular page that you want them to see. This will be the only place where they can click and be redirected to it. Even in influencer marketing, this option is handy because if the brand wants the influencer to direct your audience to a specific link, they can leave it there and go. The influencer will work its magic by sending the audience to click on the link. Post regularly, stay consistent. If you want to be successful, the secret will be the consistency with which you create content. This is true for any task you decide to undertake. Instagram is a network that continually adapts to change and continuously updates and creates tools that further humanize this digital platform. If you want to be a successful Instagram influencer, keep an eye on updates and trends. To do this, you must keep posting regularly. For example, the stories are an excellent tool for daily use. Even if you decide not to post some days is valid, but do not disappear. You can continue to keep your followers aware of your day by posting in your stories. Remember that Instagram seeks to humanize the social network and values spontaneity, so stories do not necessarily require a large production. Being consistent is not about posting too much, it's about creating quality content. Consistency plus quality content equals guaranteed followers. Being consistent will allow you to take advantage of new tools and generate interaction with them. Remember, with every update, Instagram tells you what it likes and what your fans are likely to like. From a practical standpoint, if you're making a post that has all the necessary ingredients to generate significant interaction, ideally you'll maintain that standard and even exceed it. That is, you must evaluate what your followers like and keep them engaged with your posts. The quality must also be consistent. To do this in a more organized way, you can create a posting calendar. For this, you can use applications such as Planoly, Preview app, Garni, or even Google Calendar. A calendar will allow you to keep a specific order and not be left blank with nothing to post. It is best to take one day a week to organize the content you will post, as long as you have the flexibility to allow for off-site posting if necessary. The magic begins when you develop a habit. Then everything else is easier to do. If you can discipline yourself to be consistent, you can sit down and spend time on a project whenever you need to, even if you have little time. Discipline is key to making this act mechanical and easy to flow. In other words, constancy generates constancy. Video 9, TikTok, developing your strategy. Your main strategy. At first glance, TikTok seems to be just a place of random posts. However, its popularity and its user-friendly interface that focuses on videos gives the chance to brands to conduct marketing campaigns and create opportunities to make their products and services interesting. This opens up a new niche for influencers and new possibilities with a high probability of success. So, if you want to stand out in it as an influencer or TikToker, you must manage a strategy. As in other social networks, you must address a specific niche, especially if you take into account that it is a social network with exponential growth where everyone has the same opportunities to grow. 1. Interact with your audience. As in other social networks, you interact with other people, not with robots, so you must make interaction with your followers a fundamental part of your life on this network. This way, your audience will feel loved and relevant. You can ask them a question or survey or recommend them for others to visit their profile. Remember that here the relationship is reciprocal. They need you as much as you need them. 2. Produce quality content. It seems that it goes without saying, but you need to remember, all your content and marketing efforts, whether they are targeted or not, should be supported by an appropriate strategy that seeks to add value to your audience, even if you only want to entertain them right away. Think about what you are leaving your readers. 1 more ad, spam, or value? Make it worthwhile to follow you and not others. 3. Post frequently. Both quality and quantity are important. If you wish to be successful in your niche, you have to make your community understand you're a reliable entertainer, an active creator. The best way to do that is by posting frequently. However, there is no standard to determine the right frequency of posting. You can do it as many times as you want during the day, but it is more important to upload 1 quality video a day than 10 poor quality, uncreative videos. 4. Get to know your competition. To know your direct competition, you must focus on a specific niche. Once you define it, you will be able to understand who to target and, of course, who has the same target audience as you. Don't be shy, you can always do video responses or duets with your competitors and get yourself known in the process. 5. Learn from other influencers or TikTokers. Learning from those who are already succeeding and growing in this network is not a bad thing. You can even take some of them for inspiration or react to their videos. You have all your creativity available to gain inspiration and do things your way. 6. Know your audience. Don't post for the sake of posting, research what your audience likes and give them what they ask for, which also applies, of course, hashtags. Specialize and take advantage of your niche. Eventually, you'll be able to create your hashtags or challenges, and your audience will viralize. Getting more followers. With more than 80,800,000 monthly searches on Google, you could say that TikTok is a real juggernaut, comparable to Facebook, whose presence is increasing massively every day. TikTok managed to position itself as the most downloaded app in the world at the beginning of 2020 when it achieved nearly 60 million installations, of which the most substantial portion comes from India, 44%, followed by the United States, 8%. Similar to other social networks, hashtags in TikTok are essential because they allow you to tag information and conversation topics. Also, you can search for hashtags directly in the app's search engine, along with specific users and sounds. The primary function of hashtags is to tag specific content so users can search for it and find it more easily. So, if you want to spread your products or facilitate their viralization, you must use hashtags so that users can more easily reach your profile or page. What else are hashtags for? They increase your followers because they increase the digital word of mouth. They help you find your competition because when you click on a hashtag you use, you can see who else is using it, so you can rethink or strengthen your marketing efforts. They make your products more visible because they help create or strengthen your branding and visibility. Tips for better use of hashtags. 1. Use content hashtags. This point is very simple. A content hashtag is one that isn't scheduled or part of a campaign but simply describes what the post contains, that's why it's called that. For example, if you use cosplay and make videos related to anime, the hashtag cosplay or hashtag cosplayer will be perfect to label your content. Something as simple as this can help you position yourself better to your ideal audience. 2. Create or participate in challenges. While much of TikTok's content is music related, the reality is that most people use it for comedy and to show off their challenges, so you can create one and, of course, don't forget to tag it with the right hashtags. 3. Get on the trending topics. The hash you get in the magnifying glass are the ones that are more in trend. If you want to take off, you can take advantage of them. Make videos with content related to the hash trend and take advantage of the virality. 4. Create catchy hashtags. For inspiration, search for your ideas on other networks such as Facebook, Instagram or Twitter before implementing your campaign. If it turns out that your idea is super common, you're in time to change it. 5. Keep it simple. Choose hashtags that are easy to write and pronounce, short and straightforward. Don't put hashtag I'm dreaming long sleeping, use hashtag sleeping time instead, so it can be shared more easily. Remember that the public also values minimalism and simplicity. Most popular hashtags. We leave you with a list of the most popular hashtags at the time of writing. TikTok. Meme. Challenge. TikTok challenge. Love. Cute. Follow. Fun. Music. Fib. For you page, followers hacked, challenges. If you want to laugh for a while and test your coordination, there's nothing like TikTok challenges. These fun challenges turn the internet on its head and have us trying things we never thought we'd do. If you're looking to succeed in TikTok, then succeeding in one of their viral challenges may be a good angle at it. Although we warn you, you'll have to practice a lot because it's not so easy to get it right the first time. Do you dare to try? How to use challenges in your favor. There are 2 ways in which you can approach challenges: starting a challenge and joining one. Starting your own challenges, when done properly, can convert all the interaction generated into followers for you. However, you need an interesting premise or the help of your community to viralize it. Therefore, starting challenges becomes considerably easier the more established you are as a TikToker. On the other hand, you can earn a lot of visibility by participating on an already established challenge. Depending on your performance on camera, and with the help of your differentiator element, you can gain a high amount of interactions and followers. Some examples of challenges. Currently, Charli D'Amelio is the most popular girl in TikTok, with almost 60 million followers on the platform. In less than a year, this girl went from being a 15-year-old girl from Connecticut to being perhaps the most famous face of the Z generation in the United States, and sooner or later, globally. Charli became famous for her choreography and style to dance. Her most notable hit was choreographing Renegade, a song turned into meme. After that, she joined Los Angeles TikTok Hype House Collective. As if this wasn't enough, she became the first TikTok influencer to star in a Super Bowl commercial. Her popularity was so overwhelming that other TikTok stars began inviting her to collaborate and work together. This hashtag Renegade challenge became viral, which made her a star. But it's not all about dancing. There are some super simple and fun challenges that are not only perfect for attracting an audience and entertaining them, but also for having a good time in the company of your family and friends. One example is hashtag Losers Challenge. The activity consists of turning your back to the camera. Then, together with your friends, you must activate the follow faces filter and turn to the rhythm of the music to discover who is the first to be focused by the effect. This lucky person will be the loser and must serve the punishment set at the beginning of the video, or even if you want to make it even more interactive, you can designate the challenge to the followers. One strategy used by some TikTokers is to set the challenge to the comment that wins the most likes, and in this way, the call to action is implicit and becomes a fun task for both the video maker and the viewer. There is even a more severe example, as is the hashtag #ThereL challenge. This is one of the most critical challenges of TikTok because, through it, we do not seek to entertain for a while but to start a conversation about the consequences of bullying in our lives and the importance of stopping it. With hashtag #ThereL challenge, several content creators have told us their experiences with bullying, stories that make us think twice about our actions and the repercussions they have on the lives of others. Post frequently. Although the idea we usually have is that TikTok is a network exclusively of teenagers, nothing could be further from the truth. Although this platform started by hooking the little ones with their dances when it was musical. In the last months, young people and adults have been joining it, and they see in this social network a creative vehicle to get their messages to millions of people. We already find surgeons, psychologists, marketing specialists, designers, nutritionists, sportsmen and women who take it very seriously and share quality educational content. It is necessary to emphasize that TikTok is a social network where virality is just around the corner and that everyone has many or few followers, have equal opportunities to appear on the For You page tab. Attracting the public will always be the objective of the users, however, to do so, there must be an indispensable ingredient: consistency. This network, mostly inhabited by children and teenagers, is becoming very popular among adults who are also trying to find a space on the net. However, some are harshly criticized because they seek to do the same things that children who have already acquired popularity have been doing. If you're an adult, you don't necessarily have to do the same things that kids do. You can play with your creativity to make videos that, of course, are attractive but always try to adapt them to you. The key to success in TikTok is to be true to yourself, and consistency is what allows you to stay in the minds of your followers and not have your content lost over time. The one who likes what you do will be faithful to you and help you grow. All people produce a series of sensations when you see them for the first time. That initial sensation is what will give you one position or another in the minds of users. A clear example of this is the first time we see someone, that first impression. We get a general idea of that person because of what we have perceived. The image of a profile works the same way. Don't be afraid to be funny, but be responsible. Coherence and consistency are the fundamental pillars on which your brand must be built, what you are, and the mark you want to leave on the world. This is the way to differentiate yourself from the competition and get closer to your desired target audience. You have rights, but you also have obligations. Someday we will inherit not only debts or properties, but we will also have the opportunity to inherit our network profiles, all that information that over the years we have uploaded, commented. The contacts we made, an essential source of data for our heirs, the way we did business, with whom and what it deforms. How are you holding up in social networks? As an influencer, are you aware that you are an opinion leader? Big data is generated from the first day you use the internet and social networks. It is quality you are producing, it can be critical, taste for something, your work, your trips, in short, any lifestyle and way of thinking. Being consistent can even be your most prominent attraction for brands because there will be consistency between what you say and what you do. And that in the long term, it is beneficial to work together with others.